Please stand for the singing of the national anthem and remain standing for the invocation, which will be sung by the Inspirational Chorale, conducted by Dr. Jeffrey A. Murdoch of the Department of Music.
Who
You may be seated. Members of the Board of Trustees, honored guests, graduates, and friends of graduates, welcome to the 31st Fall Commencement. We're here to honor individuals who have completed the requirements for degrees conferred by our university. This is the most satisfying event in the life of a university. Today, we acknowledge the work of the faculty and the achievements of our students who are graduating today. More than 1,800 students have applied for a degree on our campus this fall. Our governing board is composed of 10 distinguished citizens of Arkansas, and I'm pleased to introduce several members of the Board of Trustees who are with us today. May I request that you hold your applause until all have been presented. Mr. Ben Heineman of Jonesboro, Chair of the Board. Mr. Mark Waldrop of Morrow, Vice Chair of the Board. Mr. John Goodson of Texarkana. Cliff Gibson of Monticello. Mr. Tommy Boyer of Fayetteville. Ladies and gentlemen, the University of Arkansas Board of Trustees. Mr. Heineman, Chair of the Board of Trustees, will now bring greetings.
Thank you, Dr. Steinmetz. I'd like to start by saying that I've had the privilege to do this a few times, and it's always a tremendous honor to be a part of this very special day for this state's flagship university, its graduates, and their families. I'm also honored to have this opportunity to take just a few quick moments to share greetings and congratulations on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the University of Arkansas. Serving on this board allows me the great fortune to visit our many campuses, divisions, and units around the state and talk to a lot of people from many different walks of life. It's truly inspirational to hear so many stories of the difference that higher education can make in people's lives. And I'm proud to be associated with all of the dedicated people who devote their lives to making the college experience as enriching and fulfilling as possible. It also often occurs to me that many people don't really realize what exactly the U of A Board of Trustees does and why it exists. Let me give you an idea of what our 10-member board is charged with. Generally, we represent the people of Arkansas in the governance of our state's largest system of higher education. The diversity of our system is truly unique, with 2-year colleges, 4-year universities, a medical school, a cutting-edge health and services center, 2 law schools, and everything else in between, including a high school, an archaeological survey, and a division of agriculture. All of these things, especially our most important assets, which are graduates like you, are the foundations of what keeps our state, our nation, and even the world moving toward a promising future. It's especially fulfilling for us to serve this institution, the University of Arkansas, which plays such an integral role in advancement of our state and around the globe. My goal today is to offer you, the future workforce and leadership of our nation, and all of those in attendance, a bit of assurance that much thought, research, and critical debate go into the oversight of institutions like this in order to keep us moving toward and prepared for future generations. Speaking for the rest of the board, we represent with great pride and careful execution the best of higher education in Arkansas, and we don't take that task lightly. This day is about you, though. In fact, the main reason I spoke to you about the Board of Trustees ultimately is to thank you, not only for your original commitment to pave a better future for yourself at this institution, but to honor and follow through with that commitment by making it here today. John F. Kennedy once said that every accomplishment starts with a decision to try. You committed to trying to earn a degree, and here you are. Let this serve as a template for everything else you set out to do going forward. I applaud the very strong sense of personal discipline and initiative it took for you to arrive at this point, and wish you the very best of luck in the future. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair Heineman. At this time, I'm pleased to introduce several members of the university's administration and faculty. Again, please withhold your applause until after all introductions have been made. From our campus, Ms. Kathleen Lehman, Chief Marshal and Bearer of the Mace, Associate Professor, University Libraries. Dr. Jim Coleman, Provost and Executive Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. Lieutenant Colonel Mark Wolf, representing the University of Arkansas Air Force ROTC, and Lieutenant Colonel Chad Quayle, representing the University of Arkansas Army ROTC. Ms. Brandy Cox, Executive Director and Associate Vice Chancellor from the Arkansas Alumni Association. And we're also very fortunate to have with us Ms. Diane Bowles and Mr. Jason Shiflett. They will interpret for persons with hearing impairments. Please join me in recognizing these participants in today's ceremony. Before we begin conferring of degrees, I'd like to share just a few final thoughts with you today. First and foremost, congratulations. Today represents the culmination of years of hard work and years of dedication. You're earning a degree from a great university, maybe even an advanced degree, which means you're well on your way to a healthier, a wealthier, and a happier life. Even before the ceremony is going strong and unemployment is low and the economy is really going great right now, your immediate job prospects right now are quite good. And I bet your mom and dad are really glad to hear that. And so, Mom and Dad, you can start renovating those bedrooms now. I don't think these people are coming back. And I'm going to make a suggestion that might raise just a few eyebrows here. But this is a commencement, and it's customary to give advice, even at the risk of knowing that most unsolicited advice is promptly ignored. And chances are that years from now, even though you may remember the advice, you won't remember that it was I that gave it to you. So let me tell you this. If you do not completely love where you are landed and are not passionate about what you're doing, use that degree you've earned here today as a springboard to do something else that is exciting and fulfilling and engenders passion in you. Don't feel like you have to do something simply because you spent years studying for it or because you spent a lot of money and feel the need to justify the expense. That's a recipe for feeling trapped and enduring long-term unhappiness. If we have done our jobs here, and I'm confident that we have provided you with a fundamental education that has prepared you for a lifetime of change that may include careers, relationships, locations, and your lifetime goals. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that success and satisfaction that comes with success requires that you be good at what you do. And in turn, being good at what you do really requires you like what you're doing. And it's not always the highest salary, the most desirable zip code, or the best job title that brings you satisfaction and success. I encourage you to embrace the idea that you can officially declare yourself a success when you enjoy going to work every day and leave knowing that you have made quite a difference. And if you will know you are satisfied with what you do when your job actually becomes your calling. I personally believe that mediocre people are satisfied with what they do, competent people are happy with what they do, but really successful people are passionate about what they do. Each of us is our own life journey, seeking love, meaning, security, professional opportunity, and knowledge. And it's not up to others to say whether you're succeeded or failed. It's up to you to decide how you want to measure your own success or failure. And that should be based on what you want to accomplish and the things that matter most to you. Douglas Adams, the author of the bestseller, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, once said, "I may not have gone where I intended to go, but I think I ended up where I needed to be." I want you to go one step further. I want you to end up where you want to be. Let me repeat that. I want you to end up where you want to be. So forging your own path may also mean running into some dead ends and sometimes getting it wrong before you get it right. Believe me, I know that personally from my own experience. So please, let your life be defined by your own standards of success based first off on what's important to you and what you want to learn from life. Your degree is not an endpoint. It's not your destiny, nor is it your fate. It's a springboard to something else. It's evidence of your sustained effort and accomplishments and an indication you've acquired a set of skills and a great deal of knowledge, and it's above all a passport to better opportunities. Where and how you use the skills and knowledge you acquired is entirely up to you. Personally, I hope you have already found the thing you love and have taken first steps towards mastering it and can now pursue it with passion for the rest of your life. But long experience tells me many of you still are unresolved or perhaps torn between different paths. I know. I certainly was when I was sitting at my first commencement in 1977. And that's just fine. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you should give up all your stuff and backpack across Europe to find yourself, though that does sound like a lot of fun. And if you're going to do that, let me know. I might go with you. I can be a lot of fun also. But what I am saying is that this transition is a great time to take stock of where you are, where you want to be, and to recalibrate your future plans as needed. This is an important part, an important point in your life. Regardless of what you decide, I do hope that while you were here, you broadened your sense of yourself and others. I hope at some point you walked into a class that you really dreaded taking and walked out wondering if I should change my major, because the professor was inspiring and your classmates were that insightful. I hope you had a chance to do some meaningful research, whether at the undergraduate or graduate level, and to learn how real discoveries are made and learn how human knowledge advances incrementally. I hope you had a chance to study abroad and immerse yourself in a foreign culture where you enjoyed the warmth and generosity of strangers. And if you did that, I hope you experienced just enough loneliness to help you grow and just enough culture shock to give you a new appreciation for your own. All of these will help make you a more compassionate and open-minded person. I also hope you met some lifelong friends, read a few books you'll never forget, made a few professional contracts, and maybe even fell in love for the first time. Moreover, I hope that the time you spent here has enriched your life and positioned you to be a lifelong learner. Because when you decide you're done learning new things, or that you know it all, that's when you become the member of the family that everyone makes fun of at Thanksgiving. I have those in my family. Finally, remember that you do nothing on your own. Many people have helped you become the success you are today, and many more will help you in the future. So don't forget to thank all of your family, friends, and mentors who nurtured you, encouraged you, and helped you to get here. Almost without fail, every great success had a helping hand along the way. Somebody took a chance on you, somebody gave you an opportunity, somebody believed in you. Thank them for it. Congratulations to all. You have my best wishes, and above all, thank you for being part of the University of Arkansas community. Thank you and congratulations. And now I think it's ready to begin the real reason we're all here, and that's to confer some degrees. Just a reminder, photographs of the graduates are taken as they receive their diplomas, and proofs will be available online. Students, please return to your seats after crossing the stage and remain seated during the entire ceremony out of respect for and in honor of your fellow students. And now for the main event. We'll confer degrees upon the candidates. Provost Coleman, will you come up and do the honors?
Isn't this great? Come on. In presenting the candidates for degrees, each dean will present the candidates from his or her college or school. After this is completed, candidates for all degrees will be asked to rise, for the conferring of degrees. Interim Dean Lona Robertson presents the candidates from the Dale Bumpers College of Agricultural, Food, and Life Sciences.
Provost Coleman, the candidates whose name appear in the printed program under the degrees Bachelor of Science in Agricultural, Food, and Life Sciences and Bachelor of Science in Human Environmental Sciences are presented to you by the prestigious, hardworking, dedicated, and totally awesome faculty of the Bumpers College for the conferring of degrees.
Dean Peter McKeith presents the candidates from the Fay Jones School of Architecture and Design.
Provost Coleman, on behalf of the well-designed, structurally sound, aesthetically pleasing, and environmentally responsible faculty of the Fay Jones School, the candidates whose names appear in the printed program under the degrees of Bachelor of Architecture, Bachelor of Interior Design, Bachelor of Landscape Architecture, and Bachelor of Science are presented to you for the conferring of degrees.
Dean Todd Shields presents the candidates from the J. William Fulbright College of Arts and Sciences.
Provost Coleman, on behalf of the unsurpassed, highly esteemed, most artistic, and most scientifically rigorous faculty in the J. William Fulbright College of Arts and Sciences, it is my pleasure to present the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Social Work.
Dean Matt Waller presents the candidates from the Sam M. Walton College of Business.
Dr. Coleman, on behalf of the most profitable, highest ROI, most networked faculty of the Walton College of Business, the candidates whose names appear in the printed program under the degree of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Bachelor of Science in International Business are presented to you for the conferring of degrees.
Dean Michael Miller presents the candidates from the College of Education and Health Professions.
Provost Coleman, in behalf of the incredibly talented and, quite frankly, the coolest faculty on campus, those of the College of Education and Health Professions, I present to you the candidates whose names appear in the printed program under the degrees Bachelors of Science in Education, and Bachelors of Science in Nursing for the conferring of degrees.
Dean John English presents the candidates from the College of Engineering.
Provost Coleman, on behalf of the most committed faculty, awe-inspired faculty in the University of Arkansas system, we are most pleased to present to you the candidates for conferral degree in the College of Engineering in Engineering and Computer Science.
Dean Stacy Leeds presents the candidates for the School of Law.
Provost Coleman, on behalf of the fiercely competitive, frequently argumentative, yet rarely litigious faculty of the School of Law, I present to you the candidates for Masters of Laws and Juris Doctorate.
Dean Kim Needy presents the candidates from the Graduate School.
Come on, grad students. Thank you. Thank you. Provost Coleman, those candidates for the master's degree, the educational specialists, the Doctor of Education,
Doctor of Nursing Practice, and Doctor of Philosophy degrees who have completed all of the prescribed requirements are recommended by the extremely dedicated and wicked smart graduate faculty to receive those degrees.
The candidates for all degrees, please rise. Chancellor Steinmetz, it is my honor, privilege, and greatest joy to present these candidates to you. On behalf of the articulate, awe-inspiring, brilliant, and really funny faculty, the deans, and myself, I recommend that these degrees be conferred upon them as indicated on their diplomas.
Thank you, Dr. Coleman. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree indicated on your diploma with all the rights, the privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations, graduates. You may be seated.
We will now begin the recognition of our graduates, beginning with the hooding of our doctoral degree recipients. Doctoral graduates, will you and your major advisors please rise? Students, please hand your hood to your major advisor, and hopefully for the first time since you've been working with them, turn your back to him or her. Major advisors, please hood your students. You may now congratulate your student. Would the audience join me in applauding our newest EDDs, PhDs, and DNPs? We will now begin the recognition of our graduates. First will be our doctoral degree recipients, followed by specialist degrees, master degrees, law degrees, and then to our undergraduates by college or school. Professor John Norwood will serve as our announcer.
Dean Kim Needy will now present the degrees for the graduate school. For the degree Doctor of Education, Jason Frazier Adams, escorted by Professor Ed Bingston. Blaine Alexander, escorted by Dr. Ed Bingston. Summer Lee Overshan, escorted by Professor Vicki Diefendorfer. Joseph Dale Fisher, escorted by Professor Carlton Holt. Joe Rollins, escorted by Professor Carlton Holt. Sheila J. South, escorted by Kate Mami Chavelli. Jason J. Faulkner, escorted by Professor John Murray. Tori Nicole England, escorted by Professor Michael Heddle. Mark Allen Willis, escorted by Professor Michael Heddle. Michael Murders, escorted by Professor Michael Heddle. Aisha Sherry Kenner, escorted by Professor Valerie Hunt and Michael David. For the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Anthropology, Ramey Moore, escorted by Professor Justin M. Nolan. For the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Biology, Donald J. Nelson, escorted by Professor Fred Spiegel. For the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Cell and Molecular Biology, Ahmed Eaton Damad, escorted by Yuchan Du. Nesreen Al-Jadali, escorted by Professor Frank Carbonero. Jawahar Al-Katani, escorted by Professor Andy Pereira. Addison Clark McCarver, escorted by Professor Daniel J. Lesner. For the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry, Matthew Gage Moody, escorted by Professor Wesley Stites. For the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Comparative Literature and Cultural Studies, Ivan Iglesias, escorted by Luis Fernando Restrepo. Mohamed Lafi Al-Shamamari, escorted by Professor Keith Booker. For the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Crop, Soil, and Environmental Sciences, Kelsey Lynn Hogenauer, escorted by Professor Trenton L. Roberts. David Akhtar Mosley, escorted by Professor Peng-Yin Chin. Christopher Rouse, escorted by Professor Robert Bacon. For the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Education, Statistics, and Research Methods, Samantha Elizabeth Robinson, escorted by Dr. Ronald Taylor. For the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Engineering, Vinith Bayagam, escorted by Professor Keith Roper. Brianna Ovuobo, escorted by Professor Gary Prince. Francis Corpus Sabato II, escorted by Professor Frank Liu. Connie Walden, escorted by Professor Wen Zhang. Xuan Wang, escorted by Professor Jingwan Wu. For the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Dynamics, Joanna Person Michner, escorted by Professor Kurt Rome. For the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Food Sciences, Previn Caldone, escorted by Professor Terry Siebenmorgan. Sangita Mukhopadhyay, escorted by Professor Terry J. Siebenmorgan. For the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Health, Sports, and Recreation Science, Sun Young Kim, escorted by Professor Stephen W. Ditmore. For the degree Doctor of Education, Donovan James Nelson, escorted by Professor Stephen N. Ditmore. For the degree Doctor of Philosophy in History, Alec Chupar, escorted by Professor Nikolai Antov. For the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Microelectronics Photonics, Salil Bapat, escorted by Professor A.J. P. Malshi. Memshad Mambudi, escorted by Professor Rick Wise. For the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Philosophy and History, George David Schleffler, escorted by Professor Daniel Sutherland. Denna Clymer, escorted by Professor Jeannie Wayne. For the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Microelectronics Photonics, Tim Morgan, escorted by Gregory J. Salamo. For the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Physics, Zuan Hu, escorted by Professor Gregory J. Salamo. Amanda Schilling, escorted by Professor Julia Kennefic. For the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Poultry Science, Gureswar Nagarajan, escorted by Professor Wayne Kunsel. For the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Rehabilitation, Stephanie A. Ford, escorted by Professor Brent Thomas Williams. For the degree Doctor of Nursing Practice, Leanne Matheny McCary, escorted by Professor Anna Jarrett. For the degree Educational Specialist, Summer Lynn Cox. Jennifer Feeney. For the degree Master of Arts, Eric Button. For the degree Master of Education, Eunice Delgado Alberson. Jessica Leanne Bolton. Stacy Lynn Brashears. Amanda Michelle Allen Chavez. Philip Cook. Eva Nicole Cardero. Erin Margaret Duncan. Reagan Harris. Hal H. Harris, Jr. Brody James McDonald. Heather Raven Jackson. Claire Louisa Noby. Tiffany Janelle Love. Courtney Elizabeth Mallott. Nicole McClanahan. Caitlin R. McMurrian. Julia Adele Melton. Chantel Mosby. Tamara Lace Norton. Michelle Pressler. Tyler Johnson Renard. Cannon Streets. Kelly Strickland. Amanda Lorraine Bradford Swift. Tyronza Timms Walker. Victoria Joanne Wilhelm. Kareba Williams. Mary Winnicky. Pia Dawn Woods. For the degree Master of Fine Arts, Mariam Sadat Amira Vagefi. For the degree Master of Information Systems, Ashwin Antonio D'Souza. For the degree Master of Public Administration, John Richard Barry III. Isa Makhmudov. For the degree Master of Science, Douglas J. Aldridge. Zara Al-Sharia. Morali Krishna Arcada Vermula. Jesse Lee Ashby. Joseph Black. The diploma is presented by his advisor, Gus Lorenz. Alexandra Streeter Bowling. Brian Bottoms. Paige Elizabeth Boyle. Derek Carson. Sai Divya Chalapali. Kayla Stubbs Chinchilla. Tiffany Sherry Clark. Dylan Cox. Eric DeBoer. Emily Draughton. Molly Sierra Dykes. Isaac Ingram. Michael Fogelman. Lee Fox. Marley Ray Gilliard. Matthew J. Cole. Kelly Halloran. Emily Faye Hazenauer. Lauren Nicole Hodge. Stephen Michael Martin. Zachariah Kendall. Sergio Mascara Mora. Victor Nardo, Jr. Joshua Pennington, Tyler Richmond, Francisco Rasconi, Travis Rain Russell, Rosalind Sahu, Mary Beth Sanders, Patrick Shirlong, Laura Simmons, Huynh Vo, Monica Ann Tomlinson, Michelle Wisdom, Daiping Zhu, for the degree Master of Science in Biological Engineering, Kashik Luthra, for the degree Master of Science in Biomedical Engineering, Grace Morrison, Taylor Prince, for the degree Master of Science in Chemical Engineering, Kelly Young, for the degree Master of Science in Civil Engineering, Ali K. Al-Garashi, Christine Lozano, for the degree Master of Science in Computer Engineering, Siva Bhaskar Gorapati, for the degree Master of Science in Electrical Engineering, Jaryo Tree Das, Thuadul Islam, Dan Thomas Gerard, Christopher Cody Johnson, Clifford Kintner, Mohammed Amin Nasiri, Chris Plate, Blaine Watson Russ, for the degree Master of Science in Engineering, Sarah Louise Buckles, Elliot Dino, David Phelps, for the degree Master of Science in Industrial Engineering, Joshua Bolton, Trevor Dodson, Nagasi Achu Kundeti, Yufei Gao, for the degree Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering, Maris Lopez, for the degree Master of Science in Operations Management, Abraham Baina, Matthew Allen Bowdler, Yui Trong Bui, Natasha Bull, Monica Cato, James Clements, Dottie Copeland, William Earl Cotton, Sultanul Lahidan Asnat, Andres Herrera, Timothy David Holland, Brandon Edward Kessler, Jacques Willie Kouassi, Justin Lewis, Marlee Meyer, Alexandra Jean Mullen, Jonna Danielle Newby, Brian O'Neill Rinky, Alvaro Roa, Scott Daniel Somm, Earl A. Schaefer, Kevin MacArthur Sims, Lieutenant Roderick L. Smith, United States Navy, Sarah Spiegel. The diploma is presented by her father and University of Arkansas Professor Fred Spiegel. Eric L. Turan, Jerry Ward, Evan Young, Dean Stacy Leeds will now present the degrees for the School of Law. Joshua Welsh Jackson. Arnetta J. Porter. Interim Dean Lona Robertson will now present the degrees for the Dale Bumpers College of Agricultural, Food, and Life Sciences. For the degree Bachelor of Science in Agricultural, Food, and Life Sciences, Ryder Shaw Anderson. Emily Miles Benjamea. The diploma is presented by her mother and University of Arkansas Professor Rebecca Miles, magna cum laude with honors distinction. For the degree Bachelor of Science in Agricultural, Food, and Life Sciences, Sissy Waters Boyster. Brittany Brazel. Garrett Cole Dudley. Daniel Edwards. Dylan Faust with distinction. Kaylee Mackenzie Gilchrist. Tyler Hamedi. Marley Harmon. Robert Jacob Helsley. Nicholas Patrick Henry. Dilton Wayne Honore III. Caden Jaco. Helen Jakely. Michael Kidd. The diploma is presented by his father and chair of the Poultry Science Department, Michael T. Kidd. Rachel Knox. Hope Ledbetter. Zara Lavan. Trevor Lilly. Colton Dale Lynch. Austin Mayfield. Maggie Cherry McLean. Brandon Dean Miller. Ryan Montgomery with high distinction. Megan Morales. Laura Ortego, magna cum laude with honors distinction. Taylor Kirk Parks. Haley Page Paulson, cum laude with honors distinction. McKenna Scott. Sarah Lane Shelby. Dalton Ryder Simmons. Julie Ann Chauvel. Jordan Slater. Patrick Henry Smith with distinction. Alini Solberg. Eleni Solberg with high distinction. Henry Still. Gunnar Stone. Darnell Jaleel Sutherland. Christopher D. Taylor. Colson Tester, summa cum laude with honors distinction. Zachary Thomas. Tucker Nathan Thompson. Sidney Tisdale. Kyer Toniyachi with distinction. Haley Turner. Andrew Warren with distinction. Corey Dashawn Williams. For the degree Bachelor of Science in Human Environmental Science, Deanna Ancliffe. Callie Catherine Anderson with high distinction. Kelsey Barnes with distinction. Paige Brown. Jesse Carl Brown III. Madeline Childs with highest distinction. Alexandra Marie Compton with high distinction. Abigail Cook with distinction. Jessica Ryan Crawford. Cutter Reed Kreider. Darcy Dixon with highest distinction. Taylor Lee Donahoe. Savannah Lee Duncan with high distinction. Aliyah Mackenzie Fountain. Jessica Fuentes. Abigail Murrin Harkins. Anna Spears Harrington. Emma Margaret Yett with distinction. Kelly Marie Howell. Adriana James. Molly Nicole Johnson. Alyssa Rochelle Johnston with distinction. Madison Page Keller. Jenny Blush. Meredith Throgmorton Lancaster. McKenna Long. Leanne Lupow with distinction. Candy Maynard. Kelly Leanne McGarr. Anna Lee McGibbon. Mackenzie Shea Miller. Natalie Ann Moore with distinction. Bailey Dorothy Myers with high distinction. Francisco Ramos. Brandy Adair Perry with highest distinction. Danica Lee Ridgway. Catherine Rogers, magna cum laude with honors distinction. Catherine Elise Rook. Alyssa Schrader with distinction. Lakita Smith. Hannah Stover. Haley Stutzman. Aaron Lee Taylor. Cassandra Trexler with high distinction. Kimberly Van Papagum. Madison West. Madison Reed Wilson. Emily Wolgamuth. Dean Peter McKeith will now present the degrees for the Fay Jones School of Architecture and Design. For the degree Bachelor of Architecture, Leonardo Arellano. Brandon McKenzie. David Mortensen. Samuel Ship. Stephen Carl Yamirski. For the degree Bachelor of Interior Design, Amy Margaret Dornberg. For the degree Bachelor of Landscape Architecture, Alexander James Holyfield, cum laude. For the degree Bachelor of Science, Landon Drew Davison. Graham Parkhill. Dean Todd Shields will now present the degrees for the J. William Fulbright College of Arts and Science. For the degree Bachelor of Arts, Osama Al Khalifa. Jamal Anderson. Richard W. Anson. Emily Antoninko. Allison Marie Banks. Nicholas Barnes. Jared Kyle Barnett. Dustin Barton. Blair Beasley. Camila Belyahara. Camilla Bejarno. Shaylee Benham. Scott Bielinski. Dominique LaShawn Blake. Esteban Borres. Sydney Bowen. Christy Bradshaw. Price Andrew Branson. Florencia Bravo. Jared Briley. Mary Catherine Brock. Connor Brook. Vanessa Brown. Emily Jo Brumley. Catherine Briles. Brett Berg. Marianne Burnett. Sarah Ali Burrows. Lindsay Bynum. Derek Calhoun II. Sarah Campbell. Kirsten Renee Carr. Emily Carson. Anisha Carter. Jen Shadburn. Andrew Patrick Chalk. Carlos Eduardo Chamon. Vincy Chan. Natalie Chance. Ulia Monique Chavez. Mallory Chater, Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science. For the degree Bachelor of Arts, Caitlin Elizabeth Clark. Catherine Ann Clay. Holly Holt Cooper. Erin Marie Cosgrove. Brandon Crabtree. Richard Kit Cranford. Ryan Mark Danielson. Jessica Ann David. Caroline Elizabeth Davis. Calvin B. Davis. Margaret Ann Davis. Zane Dearden, College Honors. Jared DeVore. Sean Dixon. Abby Dollarhide. Jacob DeCody. Trevor Duggan. Ty Wesley Holt. Austin Dunn. Sarah Rebecca Dutresic. Wendy Echeverria. Sarah Elizabeth.
For the degree Bachelor of Arts, Leanne Grace Eford. Dustin Elder. Kristen Emmanuel. Corey Noel English. Andrew Epperson. Breezy Faulkner. Noah Findlay. John Fisher. Jeremy Isaiah Floyd. Nicholas Forbes. Sarah Claire Marjorie Frank. Taylor Friedman. Yao Fu. Kay Kent Gates, diploma presented by Trustee Cliff Gibson. Georgia Gazette with high distinction. Jacob Gibson. Jacob Harrison Harvey Gooch. Melissa Monica Goodger. Casey Goodman. Joelle Gordon. Hannah Elizabeth Grace. Brianna Graham. Sherry Dawn Grandende. Corey Suzanne Gray. Elizabeth Marie Gray. Christopher Greer. Blair Green. Natalie Greenwood. Lindsay Nicole Gumont. Robert Daniel Hale. Christina Lynn Hall. Marcus Hammond. Spencer Robert Hansen. Cameron Deanne Hargrove. Dana Harper. Kelsey Ellis Harris. Jacob Harris. Daly Harvey. Mara Hain. Mary Jo Hedrick. Reese Heindrich. Connor Jones Henningsen. Jordan Campbell Hickman. Mary Heather Hickman. Emily Hilton. Angie Wynn Tran Lee Ho. Eric Nelson Heft. Valkyrie Holmes. Sarah Holmes. Ashley Holzhauser. For the degree Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, William Thomas Horn. Stephanie Hughes. Anthony Cole Hughes. Cam Hunt. Marley Hutchinson. Shadija Jackson. Heather Ann Jandeber Moreno. Calvin Michael Kenneth Jones. Allison Jordan. Hitzel Juarez. Alexi Kahn. Sophia Caparonis Crumbly. Robert Kelly. Alexandra Caitlin Kimbrough. Nicholas Ashford King. Okay, Austin Lambert. Hayden Lindy Langemeyer. Dylan Larson. Zachary Stephen Lay. Alexis Champagne Lee. Caitlin Liggett. Mariah Lentz. Gabrielle Nicole Lewis. Megan Lewanowski. Ashley Marie Leinhart. Adam W. Martin. Andrea Gabriela Mata. Penny Marie Maxberry with high distinction. Cameo Mayhew. John Robert Maynard IV. William Leslie McCarley. Kelsey Elizabeth McCasland. Rachel McClard. Tara McDaniel Catalini. Ryan McFarland. Travis R. McKenna. Macy Mendez. Matthias Merriweather. Gianmarco Michelani. Hayden Mills. Morgan Alicia Moody. LaQuasia Roshandi Moore. Robert Morris. Ayong Mawa. Morgan Nicole Moyd. Mary Grace Munson. Melanie Alyssa Nelson. Maggie Jane Newman. Juliana Nichols. Anna Nicole North. Frances O'Brien. Corey Elizabeth Ortiz. Nathan Christopher Parker. David Perrin. Vesna Masun Petrovich. Monica Ann Pickett. Wade Pearson with high distinction. Amanda Pittman. Adam Mason Posen. Raquela Purnell. Paul Ramirez. Autumn Rankin. Kendra Michelle Reed. Michaela Reynolds. Kevin Leon Richardson II. Jordan Roberts. Christopher Robertson. Daniel Eric Rodriguez. Zachary Rogers. Morgan Ruffin. Cote Sams. Vanessa Sanchez. Camille Aria Sanchez. Rachel Shoppert. Emil William Scheider IV. Lisa Schick. Aubrey Christian Schumacher. Lauren Scott. KK Shadrack. Alejandra Silva. Genevieve Simmons. Michaela Danae Slaughter. Raleigh Joe Smith. Peyton Smith. Griffin Harris Smith. Claire Smith. Corbin Stinnett with college honors. Matthew Straub. Hannah Elizabeth Stroud. Brianna Denise Swinton. DeMarco Taylor. Olivia Tom. April Thomas. Carlton Thompson Jr. Sam Topper. Madeline Tribble. Elon Turner. Sierra Turner. Joshua Daniel Upshaw. Mitchell Keith Vaught. Brittany Diane Harper. Bobby Vong Fashan. Range Weeks. Elizabeth Ann Wolford. Trevor Randall Woodard.
Thank you, sir.
Aaron Woods. Lauren Ann Woolsey. Elizabeth Rose Rablica. Mary Catherine Wiley. Eden Zhu. For the degree Bachelor of Fine Arts, Ashley Ferguson. Zhang Jing. Taylor Hedrick. For the degree Bachelor of Fine Arts and Bachelor of Arts, Brianna Joes Jenkins. Joel Woodard. Emily Burris with high distinction. Mary Elizabeth Gray. Laura Hart. Jessica Ellen Johnson. Molly Carol Mugwork with high distinction. For the degree Bachelor of Science, Nicholas Badger. Katie Bryce. Cody Birch. Tanner Clements. Joanna Marie L. Clare. Lindsay Brooke Collins. Caitlin Coulter. Michael Patrick Crew. Sherwin Faulkme. James William Fisher. Savannah Flatt. Therese Heiss. Cole Jones. Austin Travis Long. Deanna Lynn Mantooth. Her diploma is presented by her father and University of Arkansas professor Alan Mantooth. Kylie Lane McClanahan with departmental honors and high distinction. Samuel Moffett. Ugo Chukwu Kingsley Odega with high distinction. Martin Chimanya Orji. Lorna Outcult. Her diploma is presented by her husband and University of Arkansas professor Jeremy Van Horn Morris. Alika Parvathakini. Hannah Peck with high distinction. James Phillips. Brady Roberts. Barrett Sanders. Stephanie Sierra. Jody Janelle Simeon with departmental honors. Christina Thompson. Elizabeth Ashley Whited. For the degree Bachelor of Social Work, Megan Allen. Kaylin Elizabeth Klein. Catherine Elizabeth Day. Olivia Lee Etchison. Ashley Ann Graham. Edlin Martinez. Kimberly Ann Osee with high distinction. Kimberlyn Polanco. Allison Paige Sanders. Norma Taryn. Grace Peterson Winter. The Dean, Michael Miller, will now present the degrees for the College of Education and Health Professions. For the degree Bachelor of Science, Catherine Adams, magna cum laude. Kristen Leanne Adcock. Shelby Alayon. Audrey Bauer, summa cum laude. Jessica Claire Bailey. Blake Bentley. Broderick Perry Battelle. Serena Bolden. Darla Braswell. Autumn Elizabeth Busick. Caitlin Kennedy Burt. Haley Clark. Jacob Dalton Clary. Brady Clifton. Cassidy Cunningham. Sharmis Dane. Addison Davis. Clark Egan. Rosie Marissa Fernandez. Cameron Goodwin. Gabriel Gutierrez Jr. Noelis Gutierrez Lezcano. Demi Hargrove. Kristen Hartzell. Hannah Havens. Ellen Grace Holscher. Jonathan Holland. Brianna Horan. Zachary Jackson. Bijan Jackson. Lauren Jameson with high distinction. Michaela Jester. Lauren Crisico. James Laraco with high distinction. Naomi Nicole Larson. Lauren Logsdown. Asia Marshall. Cody Matheny. Alejandro Montoya Beltran with high distinction. Mario Moore. Elizabeth Pack. Rochelle Ann Perry. Symphony Ann Philp with high distinction. Hope Reeser. Rachel Rindiner with high distinction. Krista Roberts. Patrick Sowiji. Jeffrey Smith. Heather Smith. Janae Swift. Cody James Thurman with high distinction. Pilar M. Victoria. Marshall Ward, magna cum laude. Adina Larson Whitmer. Tyler Wright. Troy James Allison. For the degree Bachelor of Science in Education, Jessica Summer Anson. Caitlin Marie Oz. Alexandra Rayanne Bolton. Madeline Ann Bonds. Jared Cornelius. Alyssa Rochelle Cox. Summer Cross. Caleb Eichenberge. Rebecca Lynn Evans. Erin Elizabeth Foster. Stephanie Marie Grace. Gloria Elena Guzman. Thank you. Joe Haro. Julia Hartz. Cole Headland. Elizabeth Preston. Clay Calvin Holt Jr. Christina Kemp. Kelsey Nicole Kimpson. Mark Allen Kennedy. Zachary Craig Lewis. Joshua Liddell. Emily Rebecca McClure. Marie Lottie Mikwa. Morgan Montgomery. Zachary Edward Pintner. Jordan Powell. Santos Ramirez. Jacob Rawlings. Christopher Ray. Catherine Rector. Melissa D. Lewis. Logan Shawn. Callie Janetta Shore. Anna Simmons. Becca Stubbs. Emily Swain Patrick. Kate Tarver. Audrey Tipton. Henri Tolliver. Bao Ku Vang. Kristen Walker. Armand Watts. For the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Krista Aparicio. Peggy Marlene Barnes. Taylor Beck. Christy Burgesh. Ariana Bishop. Marissa Lee Blosky with high distinction. Sadie Elaine Callison. Kayla Dawn Carey. Blair Chola. Alexa Chapman, cum laude. Edward Cheek. Abigail Klein with high distinction. Chris Corson. Caitlin Cox. Jordan Cummings with high distinction. Tiffany Cannon. Tasha Davis. Mackenzie Olivia Durkis. Catherine Grace Fairlam, magna cum laude. Tate Farah. Ashlyn Felgate. Taylor Flannery. Candace Marie Gilbert. Andrea Marie Gosnell. Alicia Gray McCool. Monica Marie Green. Madison Nicole Gutzman. Lauren Justine Guy. Braden Christopher Hanks. Bracy Hayworth. Morgan Hokenadil. Sarah Haruska. Haley Rose Humphrey. Ashley Hunter. Bailey Hutchins with highest distinction. Kate Olivia Hutchison, summa cum laude. Emily Marie Isbell. Victoria H. Johnson. Caitlin Krantz with high distinction. Allison Kranikas. Stephanie Lee Coons. Kimberly Lancaster. Abby Lynn Mollum. Teresa Mangler. Megan Marks, summa cum laude. Caitlin McKenzie. Grace Morgan McKinney. Haley Mercer. Christina Marie Metz. Madeline Corinne Miller. Gabrielle Moeller. Abby Nicole Moore. Jeanette M. Moore. Ready? Carly Catherine Mott. Kara Oliver. Ryan Plath. Madeline Ann Ratcliffe with high distinction. Ashley Elizabeth Reed. Elizabeth Roller. Caitlin Alexandra Romero, magna cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Schaffner. Laura Sorosiak with high distinction. Anna Standridge. Kaylin Storm. Samantha K. Tippett. Ann Lee Tran. Carolyn Taylor Troster with high distinction. John Landon Truelove. Pia Rael Truelove. Lily Burgess. Mindy Ware. Natalie Wellman. Jana Beth Whitley.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Alexandria Nicole Wofford.
Thank you.
Adina Woodham. Lindsay Wright. Paige Youngren with high distinction. Dean John English will now present the degrees for the College of Engineering. For the degree Bachelor of Science, Blake Keeling. Sheen Lin. Donovan Montgomery. Tuan Trong. For the degree Bachelor of Science in Biological Engineering, Dylan Pearson. For the degree Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Engineering, Vikram Bhaktavachalam. Nicholas Michael Denny. Catherine Grace Gilbert. Michael Terrence Mullen II. Rachel Russell. Helena Chungong Kumin. Alejandra Zabayos Castro, summa cum laude. For the degree Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering, Abdul Rahman Al-Khaldi. Edwin Alobia. Jessica Bain. Joe Ray Sines. Catherine E. Atchley. Shelby Danae Bond. Michael Bunch. Gabriella Marie Cicchini. Caitlin Chambers, magna cum laude. Aaron Lee Cooper, magna cum laude. Riley Madison Dawson. For the degree Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering, Marcelius Diaz Garcia. For the degree Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering, Andrea Gwendolyn Dominguez. Alicia Gardano. Henry Xing Ling. Katie Holland. Matthew Kleinloth, magna cum laude. Walker Perez with high distinction. Kiuna Porter. Daniel Renegar. Evan Spears with highest distinction. Anna Stoller, magna cum laude. Brent Thomas with distinction. Natalie Tucker, cum laude. Sandra Renee Walton. For the degree Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, Mason Allen. Roberto Anaya. Marcy Joycelyn Early. Bolivar Gonzalez. Jacob Charles Green. Raquel Rosalind Hardaway. Mallory Elizabeth Maestri, magna cum laude. Bryant Dion Mosby. Diego Noriega Arez. Nathan Parnell. John Michael Pruder. Alexander Rack. Diego Rial. Allison K. Ritchie, cum laude. Shelby Marie Sidney. Keaton Stewart Williams. Fu Zhang Duradal. For the degree Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering, Miguel de Laura Velasquez. Joel Gare. Wasam Rami Kalil with highest distinction. For the degree Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, Jalen Dawson. Kadish Hepburn. Kendrick Stephen. Landon Taylor. Christian Allen Taylor. For the degree Bachelor of Science in Industrial Engineering, Emerald Imani Cole. Stephanie Gibb Pinzon. Sarah Kiner. Arturo C. Nunez Uribe. John Robert Talipik. For the degree Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, Logan Bates. Osama Al-Ghamdi. Carlin Bethel II. Jacob Allen Bradshaw. Austin Chase Briscoe. Hunter Byers. McCullen Reed Gassaway. Colin Gregory Carr. Eric Carter. Tyler Cunningham. Drake Spencer Duman. Daniel Duncan. Alex Eby. Catherine Lynn Edwards. Kevin Ellis. David Garcia. John David Gardner. Braden Allen Goff. Colton Greenwood. Arthur Andrick Hayes. William Keene. Jason Lance. Alec List. Tanner Scott McClinton. Philip McMeans with high distinction. Evan Mertz. Rolando Pastor Morales Ortega with distinction. Danielle Jacqueline Musgrove. Evan James Peters O'Brien. David Pacheco. Justin Michael Poe. Ian Roberts. Tanner Saha. Cole Sandig with high distinction. Caleb Sebo. Zachary Trent Spencer. Nathaniel Stanton. Hannah Marie Stewart. Nicholas Tester. Eric Torres. Mitchell Tucker. Kelsey Ann Zinko, cum laude. Dean Matthew Waller will now present the degrees for the Sam M. Walton College of Business. For the degree Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Colin Scott Adams. Cody Allen Adcock. Ali Ajufali. Daniel Alvarez. Kristen Armstrong. Alexander Ashworth. Kyle Baer. Seth Banks. Cameron Barajas. Sebastian Robert Lynn Berrigan. Catherine Barton. Connor Beal. Will Berry. Roshan Bandari. Pierce Bloodgett. Heather Blush. Jordan Bodie. Annabelle Romero Booz. Kelsey Brinker. Jackson Wood Brown. Kayla Bruskus. Joseph David Berkman. Leslie L.L. Burnett. Casey Burrows. Carol Stephanie Calderon. Kaylin Ann Carroll. John Carroll. Dallas Cassiavecchia. Lacey Case. Jeffrey Aaron Castleberry. Song Un Cha. Taylor Mackenzie Chaffin. Lexi Chitty. Gabriel Collins. Nathan Cooper. Jesus Cordova. Cynthia Corral. Alyssa Judith Corral. Joshan Cortez. Deasia Lorraine Cox. Austin Reed Costanza. Zachary Cox. Lane Francis Chris. Kevin Crone. Johnny Cunningham. Fatih Helena Daho. Jacob Dean Whitley Dame. Timothy A. Daniel. Stanton Cole Daughtry. Nicholas Dawson. Danny Edgardo de los Santos. Tristan De Stewart. Robert James Decker. Malik Deshaun Dedner. William Dennis Delaney Jr. Elizabeth Nicole DeYoung. Brittany Lauren Dickerson. Kara DeVita. Mason Dexter Doyne. O.C. Escarino. Andrew Estes. Dwayne Eugene Jr. Jasmine Rayvon Evans. Hunter Ewing. Richard Finwick. Stephanie Lillian Fishback. Alex Flymister. Gabrielle Fontana. Anna Lee McCarthy Foley. Carly Ann Gleghorn. Linda K. Gullett. Richie Goodman. Elliot Green. Chase Allen Green. Belle Guilford. Michelle Guzman Beltran. Gabriella Jane Hainlin. Kenneth Reed Hall. Blake Ham. Noah James Harker. Logan Michelle Harris. Colin Hayes. Cristal Hernandez Alba. Brennan Heil. Lily Ho. Race Hobson. Tanner Wesley Holly, cum laude. Cody Huff. Brianna Dawn Isbell. Tyron Jameson. Josh Jareggi. Benjamin Jeffrey.
Congratulations on great shoes.
Andrew Jenner.
Congratulations.
Hayren Ivy Jung. Savannah Johnson. Jonathan Drake Johnson. Laura Jones. Colton Connor Kersey. Tiffany Kiefer. Connor Kleppel. Brett Knutson. Siniricho Kosaka. Justin Bradley Lakey. Madeline Lambert. Courtney Locke. Anthony Paul Lazara. Jiayu Liang. Alyssa Lyles. Morgan Link. Morgan James Long. Dimry Lowry. Kian David Lunders. Maggie McKee, magna cum laude. Daniel Mallory, cum laude. Rick James Mansfield. Brett McClung. Tanner McCord. Chaz McMurray. Alexa McLean. Travis James McLaren. Griffin McManus. Ryan Allen Mediano. Vincent David Meyer. Emma Lynn Meyer. William Austin Milligan. Andrew B. Milstead. Thomas Anthony George Marab Ito. Eric Moore. Brandon Richard Moore. Felipe Mora Ramirez. Braden Morrow. Mindy Morton. Sean Kennedy Moser. Shim Antonio Maz. Olivia Munsell. Charles Wilson Murray. Sean Murtha. Alec Reagan Neal. Sarah Catherine Nelson. Chi Young Nij. Justin Nicholas. Jamie Marie Nichols. Emily Lauren Nischel. John Breton Lane Oliver. Jesse Parmain. Rahil Patel. Elise Patterson. Alana Patterson. Zoe Catherine Pierce. Alejandro Pino Cucalan. Alec Pennington Pisoni. Carson Wade Plumley. Brandon Porter. Sean Power. Jamie R. Randall. Daniel Lewis Rael. Chance Rance. Nathaniel James Rasamni. Clint Reynolds. Nicholas Joseph Ricciardi. Adam Robinson. Christian Rowdy. Hayden Rosentreader. Lauren Elizabeth Roth. Jacqueline Sade, magna cum laude. Yuki Sato, cum laude. Kyle Thomas Schwint. Kenichi Sarisazwa. Lord Serrano. Jeffrey Short. Jonathan Silva. Forrest Smith. Adele Remy Smith. Amanda Reed Sewell, cum laude. Peyton Squires. Courtney Stein. Emery Steinwig. Robert Michael Stinson. Austin Stump. Nicholas Swore. Tim Talley. Tiffany Lavon Tibbetts. Dana Tian. Kramer Love Tokrud. Romaldo Torres. Jacob Tucker. Miles Elijah Tucker. Keith Urbanski. Austin Vale. Sheldon Vanderpool. Cameron Vincent. Kat Voss. Mitchell Lee Ward. Benton Warren. Julia Welsh. Kyle Lincoln Whitaker. Dondre White. Emma Whiting. Jesse Will. Shelby Wilson. James Edward Wiltz III. Ellen Winkle. Garrett Wisher. Lexi Wood. Chase Worthington. Jiawan Zhang. For the degree Bachelor of Science in International Business, Ashley Renee Almond. Urvashi Banerjee. Claire Beach. Sophia Cardenas. Chancellor Chambers. Lucian Eek. Jessica Garris. Lindsay Nemeth. Larkin Perkayastha. Jonathan Schilling, summa cum laude.
Again, congratulations to each of our graduates. We're extremely proud of you. I also want to recognize our graduates' parents, spouses, partners, and family members whose patience, support, and prayers have brought you to this point. Graduates, please show your appreciation for these very special people. And there's another group of people whom I'd like to congratulate for helping you earn your degree. Our outstanding faculty. I know they made a difference in your life. I ask the faculty of the University of Arkansas stand and be recognized at this point. Thank you. Thank you very much. And now, let me invite Director of the Arkansas Alumni Association, Brandy Cox, to say a few brief words. Brandy?
Thank you so much. On behalf of the Arkansas Alumni Association, I congratulate you on joining the ranks of more than 139,000 alumni living across the world. As your time as students comes to a close, your time as alumni is just beginning, and you are forever a part of the University of Arkansas. There are two important opportunities as alumni I'd ask you to embrace. First, stay connected to the university wherever you are. There are 50 active alumni chapters across the United States, 15 alumni societies, and 3 international programs. Second, stay involved with this great community you joined today and build important connections with your extended U of A family. Your name will soon be etched on Senior Walk. Congratulations on being a part of this unique tradition. Congratulations, my fellow alumni.
Thank you, Brandy. Before we close, I'd like to thank, first of all, Dr. John Norwood and Amanda Cantu for announcing all the graduate names today. And please, please keep in your thought and prayers Dr. Norwood. And also, thanks to all the faculty, the staff, and volunteers, and musicians who had a role in today's ceremony, including the brass quintet. Thank you very much. May I ask everyone to please stand for the alma mater and recessional march before exiting Walton Arena through the east and west doors. For our graduates, please do not leave until escorted by a marshal. And again, my heartiest congratulations to all our graduates. There's of course just one more thing you need to do. Congratulations.